Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. Hey guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a daily coin analysis on ALGO. As I said before, this is not financial advice. I am not a professional. Do your own research. Today I wanted to talk about ALGO. I don't really know a whole lot about the fundamentals on this coin. I think it's a different type of blockchain, and I know it's very hyped in general, and it's on Coinbase. But other than that, I don't really know much about this coin. I'm just going to basically be investigating the technical analysis and where I think price could be headed. So what we're looking here on ALGO USD on the 1 week right here. Here was the former swing high back in August of 2020. And this is currently where price is interacting with right now. And this area right here, the 65 cent to 75 cent area, these are going to be fairly significant areas, generally at the tops, the peaks of certain levels. This is where there are going to be some sell liquidity still remaining, and this is kind of what we're seeing right now. With that said, I do believe that this coin is going to be very strong in the future. I would not be surprised at all to see this, go back to former all-time high levels. And the chart itself looks pretty good. Generally speaking, when you see these massive moves down, and this was back in July of 2019, this was a very terrible time period for altcoin traders, especially IEO coins like ALGO. I think this is an IEO coin, but basically these coins went to like negative 95% within like the span of a few weeks or months, and they had their own little market cycle like that old coins had within just a few months. So generally speaking, there's not much trading history along these areas here. And generally speaking, these areas will want to get filled out. And that said, there's really not that much resistance above 80 cents. So as I said before, here are my levels. 81 cents would be the next area up on high time frame charts. And after this level gets cleared, honestly, there's really not a whole lot. You can scale down to lower time frame charts in general, and there are going to be levels all along here, like the 150s or whatever. But generally speaking, this still looks very strong. I mean, super high volume coming in still. Yeah, there's really not much to say. I mean, this is still a very, very strong coin in terms of the technical analysis. Price is wicking up here. And again, you can look at my other video too on strength of support and resistance. But the more times that price taps these levels, the weaker it gets. In this case, you can kind of see already a bullish market structure forming from higher lows back in the summer. Now we just have to have a confirmed higher high for an official, I guess, bullish trend. Right now, Bitcoin is looking somewhat shaky. So if Bitcoin does pull back, then I would not at all be surprised to see this go back down to the 41 cent area. It would be ugly, but in the short term, but that's kind of the area. 41 cents to 35 cents, kind of like these areas right here. These would be the areas that I'm targeting for support if Bitcoin does pull back with the USD pair. If this does look bullish in general, I would expect it to keep consolidating and then go up to 85 cents, come back down, and do something like that. But a lot of it's going to depend on Bitcoin in general. Basically what I'm looking for here in a bullish scenario is consolidation at 65 cents. And if it starts consolidating there, and I'm going to expect that it pushes higher. But if Bitcoin goes down, then I would not be surprised at all to see this go to the 36 cent area. But that said, ultimately I do feel that once 80 cents gets cleared, there's a very high potential chance of this one going fairly strong. I mean, this was a huge inefficient price move in general, and yeah, that's kind of like my overall plan for trading Algorand, is just basically waiting until the 81 cent area gets cleared. Could almost argue for some, this is just the range maybe that it's trading at, something like this. But anyways, yeah, it still looks strong to me. I mean, if you look at high time frame charts, this still looks pretty good in my opinion. So my plan, I guess, for Algorand, if Bitcoin dips 36 cents or whatever, would be my target for entry. If price starts consolidating around 65 cents, and I'm expecting 80 cents to come pretty quickly after. And that's kind of my trade condition here for Algorand. But ultimately, I do feel this one is pretty strong in general. It has a lot of hype around it, and you're kind of seeing already a little bit of a rounded bottom too, in terms of a reversal. So yeah, that's my plan for the ALGO USD pair. For the ALGO BTC pair, this one has a lot of work to do in general. And again, summer 2019, that was a very, very bad time for us altcoin traders in general. Right now, what we're looking kind of at is kind of a rounded bottom. It's not quite a V-shaped reversal. You know, it's not quite that yet, in my opinion. It is going to probably look a little bit more like a rounded bottom, would be my guess, where it'll come up back to the range, former range low, pull back, and then start moving. That's kind of what I'm expecting right here. Overall, this chart looks pretty clean, and it has some fairly interesting defined levels, like the 53 K sats area. Or is it 5,000? I can't read. 5,000, 5,300 satoshis. And yeah, this is kind of what I'm planning right here for the ALGO BTC pair in general. I'm expecting kind of like a rounded bottom. And if this starts to moon and go very hard, then you will see the V-shaped reversal. But there are some significant resistance areas on the way up. So there are still going to be sellers, you know, around 4,000, 4,200. And the former, you know, this area has a lot of interaction with it as well, around 5,200. But again, look how far this one fell. After this one clears the 7,000 sats area, then it looks like Bitcoin is still dumping, by the way. But that's my overall plan for Algo, is to basically wait for this level to break the 2,300 sats region. This was a, you know, the former swing low, and we'll keep seeing. I'm not sure if it's quite ready to reverse. There is good buy volume coming in, but we still might have to wait a little longer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Algorand. Good luck.